day 3, you have 2 feature races. Cheltenham give the Ryanair and Stayers Hurdle, both they're due on day 3. Should we start with the Ryanair? I mean, there are certain moving parts as to where Factor File or Gaelic Warrior runs, so it's quite hard to nail our colours to a mast until obviously we know the field. But one of the JP McManus horses at Cheltenham will be John Bon. How much would it mean to JP, Nicky, and I guess to the Cheltenham crowd were they to greet John Bon into the winners' enclosure?
I don't want to pour cold water on it, but I did a preview with AP McCoy, and I said something about John Bon and the Ryanair, and he said he won't run because Factor File will run and he'll win it. And I said, well, where's John Bon? He said he's just go straight to Aintree. So unless AP hasn't been privy to that John Bon, but that's what it seemed to be. And I know I'm chatting to Nick earlier today and saying that if Factor File doesn't run in the Gold Cup, I'd be gutted because he's always had the potential to be a Gold Cup horse. Yet here he is, likely to be, if he does run in the Ryanair, odds-on favourite to win it. And I think he should be going for the Gold Cup. So it's a completely confusing picture. If John Bon were to run in the race and were to win it, my goodness, yes, it would be the most extraordinary thing because I think everyone knows the affection he is held in. But if Factor File were running in the Ryanair, would they run him against John Bon?
Well, who would ride him if they did? So Mark Wall should ride Factor File. Would Cobden ride John Bon?
Cobden, yeah, you'd imagine.
And I think Nico would ride John Bon until May.
Really? Well, that wasn't... They had the option of booking Nico. I know he went to Haydock to ride Old Park Star, but they booked Cobden then, didn't they? I don't know.
Maybe they knew they were going to supplement Old Park Star for the champion hurdle.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, can I just... let me jump in because I found a market. William Hill, JP McManus winners at the festival.
Go on.
6-2 to 1, 5 winners 3 to 1, 4 or less 7 to 2, 7 winners 7 to 2, 8 or more winners 13 to 2.
8 or more 13 to 2.
Wow.
Correct.
Oh, that's the bet.
Anyone know any William Hill ambassadors here that could get on for us?
Do we?
Yeah, I can't.
Well, we can.
I know.
Hang on. Yeah.
Leona Mayer, she's great. She's
AP.
Brilliant. Barry Geraghty, brilliant.
AP.
Yeah.
13 to 2 for 8 or more seems very, very big.
Still clinging on to that gig anyway.
Okay, so the Ryanair, we think if Factor File runs, he'll win. What about the Stayers Hurdle? Much more open. Honesty Policy and Tiapu, we heard Gordon's thoughts of them, and you can make a very strong case for the pair of them, really. You've also got in there the likes of Cabral and Mathan. Marchand too's, I think, a big player in the race for Emma Lavelle, who obviously had Paisley Park. It is probably the most open of the championship divisions to a certain extent, although you could argue that the Gold Cup is open this year. But I think I'm probably leaning towards Marchand too, the more I look at the race. Progressive horse, upwardly mobile and got time on his side. Anyone got a strong view in the Stayers?
My strong view would be to be against Tiupu. I know Gordon, when you asked him about Honesty Policy, I'd much rather back him Honesty Policy than Tiupu because of the what might be. I know he's got over £10 to find, but I hope they go a bit quicker than they did last year. But I quite liked what he did last time off the back of a bit of an absence. He was a top level winner at the back end of last year, and I'd much rather side with the up and comer than a horse like Tiupu, who didn't convince me last year and doesn't convince me going into this race. So I will back Honesty Policy.
What's wrong with Bob Ollinger?
100% with you, Lucky.
Agree.
I mean, his festival record's ridiculous, isn't it? And didn't he just breeze past Tiupu like he was standing still last year?
Yep. I thought he was giving an absolutely perfect ride 12 months ago. I'm not convinced in a real proper slog he'll stay.
Just loves it there, doesn't he?
He does love it there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been trained to the minute for this race, hasn't he?
Have you seen how many of Henry's horses that are entered in the festival this year, who've run really well or won at the festival before, have had almost no racing this season? Either no runs, one run. He's got fresh horses to run.
Well, he's run the Bob Ollinger in the same race that he ran in last season ahead of winning the Stayers Hurdle. He did have a run before he ran in that race at Leopardstown in December when he ran in 2024. But since he got beaten in that race at Aintree, where he should have won, he's had only 4 runs, and that was in April 2024. I know he's an old warrior now, but he hasn't been that hard raced in the last couple of seasons. So I'm with Bob Ollinger. He's the defending champion, and he, as you rightly point out, Lucky, he did dismiss Teahupoo comfortably enough.
Yeah, I think there will be plenty of people that will be taking a closer look at Henry de Bromhead's runners through the week, just because he's got a great festival record as a trainer, doesn't he? And everyone says his horses sort of come to life at this time of year, but he's obviously just training them with one eye on the big races. So Bob Ollinger's a player in an open race. Day 3, any other business? Handicaps? What catches people's eye, Tom?
Supremely West is an irritating price now, but they have done a magnificent job with this horse this year to keep him rated where he is in perfect ways. I thought when he ran at Cheltenham, when he went around the inside, off the back of a really eye-catching run there, that didn't suit. And here he is. I mean, if you look at that form, it's the Marchand 2 form, isn't it? I mean, this horse, I think he's one of the best handicap horses at the festival this year, without a doubt. And that's probably why he's 5-1 favourite. Anything that beats him will win it, I think. Supremely West.
Yeah. Everyone's
I've got to have him on side. But he's obviously incredibly well found.
He's in the potential. Just to confirm, the horse that I couldn't really hear Gordon, that he said in the Kim Muir, that is Prends Garde à Toi. Or the English pronunciation is Prends Garde à Toi. So anyway, it's a I'm having an absolute mind blank. It's a Gigginstown horse. So he's being nibbled at in the Kim Muir. Supremely West would be my shout on that as well. I agree. I think the potential is very much his to not lose, but he's going to get very close in it.
I think he might be up against a horse who we haven't got anywhere near the bottom of, though. That's the thing.
Who's that?
C'est différent.
Right.
Sam Thomas's. I just feel that he won so easily against a pretty good field last time at Newbury. If I was the handicapper, he'd be the one I was having sleepless nights about. And Supremely West being so well tipped up and talked up, and I don't know. We might be missing the obvious.